Oh well, you see, we have a moment of indecision. Do I get the white paint out and try and repaint for something like the seventh time that canopy, or do we move on to some other marvellous project? Well, in between, there's this, something I did a little while ago. Enjoy. It was very different, by the way. Anybody would think it was a lovely summer's day. Look at that. I've bought one of these. It's in a box. Keta Store It Out, Store It Out Ultra, and that's what it looks like. Forgive the camera angles. I'm in a very awkward spot and I can't step back any further. The thing that made me think of you was this. Obviously the instructions bring certain things to mind, but not sure what to do with your hammer and nails. Speak to a person on the phone, yep, or go online. That's the future for kits, isn't it? That's the future for models. I mean, admittedly, I bet every single one of us goes on things like YouTube and has a look and sees what other people do and has a look at the problems people face and so on. I did with one recently, the Airfix 148 Spitfire, wasn't it? I studied somebody else's program in particular and decided to give up. So that's the future. Anyway, let's look at this. Parts. I wonder how long this will take to put together. I recently put together one of those cube storage things. Basically it's square or cube shaped shelving, which I loathe, but it's about the only thing you can get these days. You can't get a good bookcase, unless you go to like an antiques place, or at least that's the case in average Britain. How dismal. I haven't got many cubic things. They're for posing really, aren't they? You put something like a severed head in there or whatever. Anyway, gonna build one of these. Oh look, that's me. Now you know what I look like. Fantastic. Don't I look handsome? Okay, let's get it out of the box. I can't lay it down. We'll deal with our location shortly. Look at this. Boxes falling apart. Look, I've got to weave my way around a tractor. Crumbling boxes. Oh, I'm glad it's dark. You won't be able to see some of the guilty produce. Some, like the Churchill, I've made already, and the Sherman. They're in the lost, and even that. Can you see what it is? Yet. I've made already. They're in the lost world, and they're full of bits and pieces. And I wonder if we can see over there, tempting fate and heading. See, sometimes the zoom doesn't work on this camera. Over there in the darkness is a bridge for a model railway. So it's all gone chaotic, and I need to build this. And here are the major parts. That obviously is one end on its side. That's part of the hinged roof, doors, bits, floor, probably the wrong way around now, me. A bit more of the roof, and the other end with a bit of polystyrene in it, plus some boxes of made models that are filthy out of the old workshop and need a good rainstorm. Oh look, we may get round to that one day. It was not a lovely model. Right, let's get building. Let's put it in place and get building. It's going there, except it's not quite flat, the ground surface. So we'll work our way through this. I have in the past carried these single-handedly or shuffled them around or whatever, but I'm getting old, so if it's not a good place I can move it somewhere else, but it will take a bit of effort, maybe a chum, but that's where it's going for now. I forgot to mention there's all these parts as well in this strange slender box, and no, I don't hoard margarine. They're tubs full of little figures, mostly 28mm or 26mm, 28mm these days, isn't it? Medieval figures, and below some 1/72 jobbies. Medieval, 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 mostly but not completely. Of course, margarine tubs are also good for storing 10,000 screws. So first step is to punch some holes through holes so that holes can be used for screws to go in. Now, I've used an old tip of a screwdriver for those screws, and I've put them in an obligatory, it's not yogurt is it, margarine pot. And this is going to take some explaining, but I've ended up with a small concrete dog and half a brick.